this is our channel. We're the Tax Sale Master, okay? Tax Sale Master, and we are now coming over to YouTube now, doing some lives over here on YouTube. Get you some education and knowledge, okay? What we're gonna do is that we're gonna talk about state of Oklahoma for you, okay? And you got some questions you can put in chat. We'll answer the questions for you, and we'll go in. We just came back from Las Vegas, Nevada. We were in Las Vegas, Nevada. And what did we do over there? Well, we were invited at the Las Vegas Real Estate Investors Association, and we talked about the tax sales, tax lien investing, tax deed investing, and tax redeemable tax deed investing. So we were, Steve Love was very kind to invite us to be a speaker, the main speaker, and give you information about how the tax sale works. And so we did. We gave some good information, some good knowledge of how it works. And we came back, so now we're back here in Los Angeles County, California. And we'll talk about Oklahoma. But if you got a question, just put it in chat. We'll answer your question and everything too, okay? So Oklahoma, we always tell people, no matter what state you want to go to, California, Maine, Florida, Texas, Georgia, Oklahoma, okay, Michigan, Nevada, where is the state located? I tell people, number one, where is the state located? A lot of people don't even know that. Well, if you don't even know where the state located, how are you going to do the tax sales? How are you going to master the tax sales? How are you going to do good in the counties of the tax sales? Well, you're not, because you don't even know where the county, the state is located. So that's number one. We have to know that. We have to know that Oklahoma is more in the southern part, okay? And maybe it's close to what? The New Mexico area, and up and around that area, you could say. So it's not close to Florida, but it's kind of close to maybe New Mexico, maybe a little bit, maybe close to Tennessee a little bit. But this is what number one, we have to know. Where is it located? Where's the state located? What type of auction is held in that state? We always go say, okay, if we're gonna beat Wall Street, if we're gonna beat the guys who have a lot of money, and they have all this technology stuff going on, right? They got the AI stuff, they got these computers, they got all this stuff. How are we gonna beat them? How are we gonna compete against them? Because they got unlimited amount of money. What do we have to do to win against these people who have all this type of money, and in my opinion, very arrogant? That's just my opinion. Okay? Well, we gotta learn what? Fundamentals first. Where the state located, number one. Then number two, okay, what type of auction is held in the state? Is it a lien, deed, or redeemable deed? What type of auction is held in the state of Oklahoma? A lien auction, a deed auction, redeemable deed auction. So that's the second question we have to know, okay? Well, if we know that, we know it's a deed auction, a tax deed auction in the state of Oklahoma. And I always tell people too, great, you know the deed. Let me ask you this, which I don't know the answer, I'll tell you this. How many counties are in Oklahoma? Think about it. How many counties are in Oklahoma? Do we know that? Do we know the number of counties? Do we know all the counties in the state of Oklahoma? Can we tell ourselves, if we're going to invest in Oklahoma, do we know all the counties like this? No, I don't. Arizona, I do. I do a lot of stuff in Arizona. California, I'm getting better, but I'm coming back to California. Whatever state we're going to do, we have to know that. We have to know the counties like this. Why do we have to know that? Because which counties are the bigger counties and which counties are the smaller counties? Which counties in Oklahoma are the larger counties, bigger population, and which counties are the smaller counties with less population? Got to know that. Now, where are the auctions held? Are they online or are they held in person? Are they online or are they held in person? In Oklahoma. Do we know? I'll talk to people, and when I go to the real estate investment organizations or Chamber of Commerce's or whatever, and I tell people, they ask me, what do you do? I said, well, I do tax sales. I said, oh, you do taxes? I said, no, I do tax sales. I do tax lien, deed, and redeemable deed auctions. I said, oh, huh. I heard a little bit about that. I heard about that. I don't know. I heard about that. Nobody can do what I do. When I go to these places, nobody stands up like I do and say, hello, I do tax lien, deed, and redeemable deed auctions. Nobody. Everyone I've gone to, they do flipping, they do buy and hold, they do subject to, they do wholesaling, okay? They do lease options, they do sandwich leasing. I can do all that stuff with the tax sale. And I can buy way better properties. I told people the only one property we just sold them. I learned, don't get greedy, guys. Don't get greedy. Price the property correctly to move it and make your money. And do a better deal again. And that's what we did. Bought a property for $5,000 and I dropped it. I said, just drop it. I know it listed below 20, 19.9. We're gonna get activity then, 19.9. And we did, we started getting activity. I didn't take any of the junk out either this time. I didn't take any of the junk out, okay? So, we have to know, what is Oklahoma? Tax deed auction. We should know they're all held in person. Oklahoma tax sales are all held in person. Do we know that? Probably not. Probably not. Do you know that Oklahoma, all their tax sales are held the same day? And the same time, too. Same hour. Same day and same hour. Okay? If you got some questions or anything, you can put in chat. I'll answer a couple of questions. We're now bouncing back, so we're doing our TikTok live, and we come over to YouTube live too, okay? We hope if you get some education, subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to our channel. If you want to learn about real estate in the tax sales, tax lien, deed, and redeemable, these are people who didn't pay their property taxes, okay? And we're not here to say property taxes are good or bad. All we're here to is give you education and knowledge. If you like us, subscribe to our channel. Send a like thing or heart thing or, I'm gonna learn. As I do these lives for you guys, it actually helped me. I'll tell you that. It does. It helps me. I said, wow, you're right. If I'm gonna do a state, I should know that state like this, like I know Arizona, like that, okay? I should know which counties have it online, which ones in person. I know that in Arizona like that. I know the counties' names like that. I know when the dates are held like that. But I don't do a lot in Oklahoma. But am I going to? Not this year. But next year I will. But I'm only going to do certain counties. Because I can only do, right? Because they're all held the same day. That's the key. So, we try to give you education. Try to give you knowledge. When we don't get into the politics, there's too much politics stuff. There's too much junk going around. It's a very sad situation how our society is set up, because you have the people who have a lot of money who are controlling our politicians, in my opinion, okay? Because these politicians want to get elected every single year, and they will go certain ways by what their party or the money is flowing in that way. And then you have their people who are I said, guys, come on. You're representing the people. You're not representing only certain people. You're representing the entire people. But we don't get into that, okay? We want to give you education. We want to give you knowledge about the tax sales. Tax lien, deed, and redeemable deed. These are people who did not pay their property taxes. And then you have the right to either buy the lien, depending on the state, or buy the property. Oklahoma, you're going to buy the property in Oklahoma. You're going to buy the property in the state of Oklahoma. So one thing we have to know is, what are the rules? So we gave you a couple of rules, okay? Now, they're not going to a lot of times allow you to register the same day. You may have to register ahead of time. You may have to contact the county and say, hey, how do I register for your auction? I'd like to register for your auction, please. And they'll have certain documents you have to fill out, have to get it notarized, all that information. And you're going to be registered in person. I mean, you're going to register ahead of time. You want to try to register ahead. Don't wait for that day to register. A lot of the counties are getting away from that because they don't want the looky-loos no more. And a lot of times they're going to require you to put a deposit down too in order to bid there. So that's another factor that you're going to have to understand. A lot of the counties are going to require you to put a deposit down to bid. So what have we gone through? We talked for a little while. We talked for about maybe, about 12 minutes now. 12 minutes. We talked about what? Oklahoma. And we're going to talk about different states, different rules, different guidelines, different ways to know. And now you say, okay, well, now I know a little bit about Oklahoma. I know where it's approximately located. I know it's a tax deed auction. We know it's in person. We know they're held the same day. We know it's a bid up premium. Whoever pays the highest amount will win the auction. We just got to find out the registration. That's something you as a tax sale investor have to do. You have to find out, how do you register? Can you register online and then just email your information to them? Or is there a site you have to register to? Or do they allow you to do it in person? That's you as a tax sale investor have to know that. Okay, so we had a few people watching, if you can see that. So I do thank everybody for watching this morning, okay? We were talking about the tax sales, tax lien, deed, and redeemable deed. That's what we talked about today. So we want to thank everybody, okay? We'll be bouncing up here more and doing more lives here on YouTube. Give you some more education. Subscribe to our channel. So I think if you subscribe to our channel, if we come live, you might be notified too about it, okay? We also do lives over at TikTok, and then we're on Facebook, and we're on Instagram too, okay? So I do thank everybody. I hope I gave you some knowledge. If I did, just press the little thumbs up thing that they have there too. I appreciate it. That way we know that people are at least watching too, okay? So we're done for today. I'm gonna wrap it up. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it very, very much. Bye-bye. Are you sure you want